Well, you guys are crooked. Let's fix that. All right. I'm gonna get it right. Hold on. All right. Anyway, hi guys. I am running some errands quick. My son has strep throat, so I had to go pick up his antibiotics. I had to return something to Fleet Farm. What was the other thing I had to do? Oh, I had to mail some packages. Anyway, so I thought now would be a good time to do a video because the kids are with Grandpa and I have like 5 minutes of quiet to myself. So anyway, if you've seen my videos before, you already know, but if you're new, my name is Amy and I am about 1.5 years out from the Roux-en-y gastric bypass surgery. I had it in November of last year. Not last year. Oh my God. It's like almost 2 Novembers ago. That's insane. Anyway, highest weight, I was almost 350 pounds. I had sleep apnea, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, joint pain, could barely move, was absolutely miserable. And so I had the gastric bypass surgery. It worked wonderfully for me. It's the best decision I've ever made. I'm so glad that I made it. But you know, like that first year, I like to say the first year and the first 100 pounds are kind of your honeymoon phase. And while it is never an easy journey, it is easier in that first year because you are so tightly restricted. But as time goes on and your pouch relaxes and allows for more food, and if you're like me, you're stupid and you test how much sugar you can eat, and over time you can start to build up a bit of a tolerance to sugar again. So now I can eat some sugar, not a lot, but some, and if I still eat too much, I throw up. And I still can't eat some of the things I couldn't eat before, like rice and pasta. Those things just are a no-go for me, and who knows, they may be a no-go for the rest of my life. I'm cool with it. But I had gotten to a point where my weight, I was maintaining quite well and losing tiny little pieces. After that year, and once everything kind of relaxes, you get to a point where losing weight takes about the same amount of effort as it does for anyone at all who's trying to lose weight. Now, I do have the added benefit of still having food restrictions because I can eat a lot less than, say, my husband can, or my kids, sometimes my kids. So I do still have that benefit. I can eat at most a cup of food. Usually not. Usually it's like 3/4 of a cup. So I do still have that benefit. However, my pouch empties within a half an hour. So, well, yes, I can only eat 3/4 of a cup right now, or 3/4 of a chicken breast right now. I can eat again in a half an hour. I can be hungry again in a half an hour based on my food choices. So the problem for me became eating too much too often and eating the wrong things. This stalled my weight loss. It stagnated it. It made it creep at the teeniest, tiniest, littlest, bittiest losses. And I was becoming very frustrated with my weight loss because obviously I wasn't losing, I was maintaining, and very frustrated with myself because I felt myself kind of going back into some of those old habits that got me to 350 pounds in the first place. And I didn't want that, obviously. I did not go through all of this to go back. So, my husband has been doing the ketogenic diet for close to 1 year now. It's got to have been 9 months to 1 year, somewhere in that range. I don't know. He's lost a ridiculous amount of weight, no surgery, just strict keto, and he has done wonderfully and lost a ton of weight and is, you know, like a pound away from being considered a normal, healthy BMI and all that. And don't even get me started on BMIs. I hate BMIs. We will not talk about that. But he's great. This is the thinnest I personally have ever seen my husband, and I've known him since we were in high school. So he did wonderfully. It's worked very well for him. Knowing that this would probably work for me, I did try it. I don't know if you know anything about body types, but I am an endomorph, and I am by far the type that reacts negatively to carbs, and I do much better when I restrict my carb intake. Now, when I first had surgery and for those first few months, because of all of my restrictions and because how little I could eat, I was very easily in ketosis, and was in ketosis for a long period of time. And I think anyone who does these surgeries gets into ketosis and is for at least the first few months. And that's probably where that drastic weight loss comes from. The problem is I started eating too many carbs and enjoying them too much, and even eating more than my nutritionist would have liked me to have been eating. And definitely way more sugar than I should have been eating. So I had made the decision once, and I did it for 3 weeks, and I hated every single second of it. Hated it. I was miserable, and I was sick, and I felt awful, and all I wanted to do, I had cravings that I just couldn't control. It didn't work, and I resisted it for a very long time. But knowing that a low-carb lifestyle was a lifestyle I had to get back into, and I had to stick with, because that was what I signed up for by having the gastric bypass surgery. That was something I agreed to with my surgeon and my nutritionist and my endocrinologist, everybody who's on my team. That was what I agreed to when they okayed me to have this surgery. All right, suck it up. I decided to suck it up and get back into keto, because I knew that that would be the easiest, quickest way for me to detox myself from all of the sugar and all of the carbs that I had been consuming, and that had not been making me feel well. And I wasn't feeling as well as I knew I could have been. Very tired and lethargic, and you know, starting to get to the point where I was dragging myself. I used to love getting up and going to the gym in the mornings before work, and those last couple of weeks before the school year ended, it was, you gotta get up, you gotta go. I know you don't want to go, get your butt in that gym. And it sucked, and I started not loving it the way I was before. So it has now been a month since I went back on keto. I have done mostly well. There should not be any cheating on keto. It will knock you right back out of ketosis, and that sucks. And I did do a little cheating while we were on vacation. The first 2 weeks, I was totally strict keto, did wonderful, no problems whatsoever, felt great, had all this energy, was getting all this stuff done around the house. Like, I felt amazing. And then we went on vacation, and we brought with us junk food, basically to shut the kids up in the 11-hour drive it took us to get to Michigan. It was basically our way of trying to keep the kids from driving us completely insane when it is 11 hours one way just to get to where we're going on vacation. Wasn't the brightest idea, but we were trying to survive. The thing is, when we got to the hotel room, all of those things were there. And if they're there, I want them. And it sucks, because I want them bad. And I gave in. And I would grab a little bag of cookies, a little bag of Scooby Snacks, a little bag of Cheez-Its, and I would shovel them in quick before anybody would see me do it. Because I didn't want my husband to know that I was screwing up or cheating or whatever. We did a lot of eating out because we weren't home, we couldn't cook. And a lot of it was like, okay, we're gonna go to Burger King, the kids can get some chicken nuggets, we'll get some burgers, and we just won't eat the buns, you know. A double cheeseburger, no ketchup, leave off the bun, pretty good keto-wise. Pretty easy keto on the go, and was great, but then I caught myself nibbling on the bun. A little nibble here, a little nibble there. Sorry, I didn't mean to tip you guys over, but I had to make that joke. Anyway, you're back up. So little nibbles, a little bite of bun here and there. And that just kept escalating to the point where I was trying to shovel in as much of the bun as I could when nobody was looking. Again, I was ashamed of the fact that I was giving in to these temptations and felt crappy about it. But God, it was so strong and I wanted it so bad that I gave in. I caved. I ate things I shouldn't have ate. I may have had like a piece of fruit dipped in chocolate at the buffet. Sorry, you can't see my face. Hello. Both the fruit that I had and the chocolate are a no-go on keto, so I was being double naughty. Anyway, we get back from vacation and I'm away from all of the temptations because I control what comes into my house and I control what I'm around at that point. And I say, all right, let's get back on it. Week 1 and 2 were awesome. Week 3 sucked. Week 4 is gonna rock. And it did, and I did well, and I got back on plan, and I did what I was supposed to be doing, and that was great. The only problem is, because of that, I had to get back into ketosis, and getting back into ketosis meant I ended up going through the keto flu again. And the keto flu sucks. It is absolutely miserable, and I think is a big reason that people give up before they have a chance to actually enjoy any of the benefits of keto, because you feel miserable, and you know if you eat carbs, you're gonna feel better. You know if you have some sugar, you're gonna feel better. But like, you forget that it's a short-term feel better. You might feel, some relief from the keto flu, but now here comes back all of the fatigue and the body aches and whatever crap you might be feeling because you've been eating carbs and sugar and crap. So, now that I'm parked, I can hold still for a minute. So I had to go through the keto flu a second time, and it sucked, and it was miserable, and I think I felt worse the second time than I did the first time. It blew. And it makes me not want to eat carbs again because I don't want to go through it again to try and get back into ketosis and feel like crap. So, let's try and move you a little closer. A little less wheel in my business here. There we go. It's a little better. Oh God, look at those gray hairs. That's what kids do to you. Anyway, so I am now a month into keto. Like I said, I had a couple of cheats there during that week we were on vacation. We were really only gone for 4 days, so it wasn't, like a whole week of cheating or anything. But I am back. I'm in ketosis. I'm sticking to the keto regimen and doing what I'm supposed to be doing and eating what I'm supposed to be eating and feeling better. I made it through my period on keto. That was rough. That was rough, but I made some keto desserts that kind of got me through that. I've gotten really good at finding keto alternatives. I made some keto bagels that were amazing. Fathead dough, you can do so much with that. It's nuts. So many things you can make, and I'm looking into making some like tortilla type chips out of them so I can eat my guacamole with it. But anyway, my first month into keto, I am down 16 pounds, which is freaking amazing considering how much I had stalled and for how long I had been stalled. This was definitely the jump start I needed. I know that a lot of that in the beginning is water weight, because the more carbs you eat, the more water you hold on to. The less carbs you eat, the more water your body lets go of. So yeah, a lot of that is from, the not eating carbs. But still, 16 pounds, man, that's freaking awesome. I've lost, I've lost 1 inch around my neck, my arms, and my thighs, each, like an inch around my neck, an inch around my arms, an inch around my thighs. And I've lost 2 inches around my chest, my waist, and my hips. So It's pretty freaking awesome. And to make it through that while on my period and not have that overwhelming amount of bloat and to not gain any weight while on my period, that's like really freaking awesome, because every month, every period, whatever steps I'd made forward would go backward with the bloating and the eating the crap that I shouldn't be eating and eating way too much chocolate and shit. So yeah, it's pretty big that I made it through the whole cycle and I didn't gain any weight. In fact, I lost weight and I lost inches and I didn't blow it up to some ridiculous amount of craziness. Talk about a huge relief. So I'm gonna keep going on the keto until I hit goal. And when I hit goal, then I will reassess my what I want to do. Do I want to stay keto? Do I want to go from 20 carbs, because keto is 20 carbs or less, but low carb would be like 50 carbs or less. Some even say 100 carbs or less. So when I get to goal, I will make that decision. Do I want to introduce more carbs or not? And even if I do, I miss fruit. Like, it pisses me off when I can't have a banana or some pineapple or a freaking apple, you know? That stuff makes me mad. So at some point, I would like to be able to introduce a little bit of fruit, maybe some more vegetables, maybe the occasional corn on the cob. I mean, it's summer here. What is life in Minnesota without corn on the cob? It's ridiculous. That's what it is, ridiculous. So anyway, doing well. We'll reassess when I get to goal where I want my carb levels to fall, but it's been great to detox from the sugar. Everything that I'm making is sugar-free and low carb, and just not feeling that yucky, carby, sugary after, especially like when I would eat something that had a lot of sugar and it would make me feel crappy, and to not feel that anymore, to even be able to enjoy a dessert and enjoy something sweet and not feel sick afterwards is really nice. So if nothing else, it has those benefits based on my bariatric surgery and the way I react to sugars and stuff. So anyway, that is my latest update. I will let you guys know next month how it goes. So as always, feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment below, be nice. I know not everybody likes keto, not everybody agrees with keto, but it's what's working for me and for my body and makes me actually feel good, makes me feel healthier. So I'm gonna keep at it, and I will see you guys later.